So I'm calling this video Blacklisted. So this is how they do it. Every community I go to, as soon as I touch down, they send notifications saying different stuff for different people. I don't know what they say about me, but I know they say it about me because I get weird looks from everybody when I go in the community. If I ask them for directions, they act like they don't know. If I ask them where the nearest hotel room is, they act like they don't know. I get followed around 24/7. Um, if I try to apply for a job, no, we ain't hiring. Or I've even been to churches that I looked up on the internet that they're giving food. I'll go to a church. Oh, we ain't giving food out no more. We don't do that no more. And then I'll go hide, act like I done left, and watch people walk up there and get food because a whole hour is really a feeding time, but they'll turn me down. Um, and rest in peace, Lynette Castle. I talked with her for 2 years. Day for day, and she was telling people she was going to get murdered, and they didn't listen to her, and she's murdered now. Um, and there's a link for her funeral I can share with you about her getting murdered. But the story, after I started telling the story about her getting murdered on YouTube and Twitter, now the homicide link to her getting murdered is gone. The link goes nowhere. The link's still there, but when you press it, they erased it. She was a TI. She got murdered. She was speaking out about stuff. She was also ex-Navy. And I got the last letter she ever wrote to me. And she put in there that the Department of Defense told her to stop talking about the program. So, yeah. I'm blacklisted everywhere I go. Like, when I was at the airport, everybody was looking at me crazy, all that. And I get gang stalked. Now I'm in the hospital. I can't pee. I can't use my leg. But yeah, so they can blacklist you and get you banned in a community where nobody will mess with you. Nobody will help you out. If you ask any help, you can't get nothing. It's called blacklisted. And that's what they're doing to me everywhere I go. And they got remote neural monitoring too, so they know everything we do through our brains before we do it. But the way I found that you got to think fast. If they're mind controlling you, the only way to do this is think fast, like make impulsive decisions, but make the right decisions. Because if they know what you're going to make, which I don't think they're advanced like that, but they're pretty good at reading minds and reading your next move. And I really think that they put all this kidnapping stuff on me, all this pressure. They have tried to kidnap me. I've escaped like 3 or 4 times, thank God. Now they got me where they want me in this hospital. I'm glad I have family and friends to call up here. But yeah, they want to isolate us too. And they isolated me from 2016 all the way to 2018. And to make a long story short, in 2018, I was getting gang stalked bad. Went in the, oh man, I walked in the woods with this girl. We went in this woods for 28 days and we disappeared. And the V2K and stuff eased up and shit. But at the end, she ran off when I went to go get some food out of this little camp. She ran off and told them that I had kidnapped her and all this. So when I got back, she was gone. And they're looking in the woods for me. And the dude pulls up on a boat and points a gun at me. And so I shot first and I got shot in the head. Well, I can share that story with you too. It's called Cross Springs Kidnapping Hoax. They actually gave her 5 years for lying on me, making up a story about me kidnapping her. Really, I didn't kidnap her. So, and I'm gonna put that link. I'll put the link if you need a link and you don't believe me about that, and you ain't got to. I've been gone 4 years in jail for shooting, and I got shot in the head right here. You ain't gonna see it right now because the hair's covering it up, but yeah, I've been through hell in this program. I've been followed in 22 states in 2018. Everywhere you go, there's no geographical cure. The best thing to do is to figure out how to deal with your target and right where you're at. Because every time you move, it's going to follow you everywhere. There's flags that goes out, notifications everywhere you go. So that's my advice on moving. Unless you got area where you want to move and a bunch of TIs in that area and they're legit, but In 2018, I went to 2 or 3 T.I.'s house, and it was all set up. They're really perps, so you got to watch what you're doing. Um, so I'm sitting in this hospital right now, just trying to tell a little bit of my story, and my B2K and all this keeps interfering, where I can't tell it how I want to tell it. But what I'm telling you is the truth. I'm blacklisted. They want to kidnap me. My wife's involved, but I think it's I forgot the name of that Will Smith movie. If you knew the movie I was talking about, I think it's Enemy of the State, something like that, where they convince his wife that she's cheating. Yeah, and that's what they did to my wife. I never cheated on my wife, and my wife is a revenge seeker. So, she's convinced I did cheat her and did all that, and really I didn't. So, they kept me from the lawsuit. They broke my marriage up. They got me isolated. They got me homeless. They keep me homeless. They follow me everywhere. Threats on my phone, threats from my own family, um, street theater everywhere. They stalk me everywhere I go. And then they hit me with B2K and then do weapons on top of that. This is torture, man. So now I'm sitting in this hospital room, you know what I'm saying, just trying to make videos and get this out of here, man. Because, if y'all stop hearing from me or something, then y'all know something happened to me. Because I'm going to keep doing videos because, it seems like now that I'm trying to get my story out of here this morning, all of a sudden the B2K and stuff is turned up on me and it's trying to make me throw me off from staying on the schedule with the story. But yeah, um, uh, they did ease off in jail. I got V2K and do weapons a little bit, and I got stalked a little bit in jail, and I got threats in jail. But after I fought a few times and showed them that, look, I ain't gonna just bully me. I pretty much got kind of left alone in jail, but like I said, I still got hit with do attacks and uh, the V2K a little bit. Um, However, the reason I got along in jail is because they were giving me Seroquel, which is a good sleeping pill, and I was selling it to the inmates, and they were sleeping, so they had to be nice to me. So if they wanted to sleep, so that's another reason that I think I didn't get gang stalked as bad as in jail. But I know one thing: the day I set foot outside that prison, June 1st of this year, it started all back just like it left off. So there's no geographical cures. The best thing to do is deal with it from where you're at and have a relationship with God. And I'm building a relationship back up with God. I was mad at God because I was in this program, but I can't be mad at God, and I respect God. So I'm turning my life back over to God, and I have in the last couple of weeks more so been praying more because God is the answer. And Paul Paul got sawn in half. Peter got hung upside down on a cross. John the Baptist lost his head. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, they went through that for a reason. God put them there for a reason. They were God's own people. They were close to God. So any trial or tribulation you go through, just know God's got us. In the end, we're going to win. There may be pain in the night, but joy comes in the morning. Nothing can separate us from the love of God. And that's all I got to do. Saying I'm closing out with that. Nothing can separate, even if we ran away, because his love never fails. There may be pain in the night, but joy is coming in the morning, and joy is coming in the next life for us, TIs. So keep your heads up. Thanks.